And you've been skeptical more than a lot of the Democrats about the impeachment inquiry. Were you surprised by what he did yesterday?
Well, look, the facts are important, and we'll get to that. I want to start with something that I think is also important about facts, because recently on your show here...
I was just going to get to that.
Good.
Yeah.
Joy sounds extremely nervous. She knows exactly what Tulsi is about to bring.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Verbo, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today guys, I'm going to react to insightful report, and we have Tulsi Gabbard destroys Joy Behar to her face live on The View. Wow, epic showdown. Oh my goodness, can't wait to get into the video. But before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you're new to the channel, I am Vera. I do reaction videos. If this is something that you love, why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, let's go.
Up.
Helping you out.
You want me to ask you the question?
Yeah. No, look, some of you have accused me of being a traitor to my country, a Russian asset, a Trojan horse, or a useful idiot, I think was the term that you used. Which basically means that I'm naive or lack intelligence to know what's going on.
They use that.
I want to let your viewers know exactly who I am.
All right.
Set the record straight. I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
Well, I guess we're getting a little bit far ahead of ourselves, but Franklin Graham finds you refreshing. He doesn't find me refreshing. Richard Spencer, the white nationalist leader, says he could vote for you.
Joy, this is why
you're on Tucker Carlson at least 10 times. Why don't you go on Chris Wallace's show?
This is why I'm here.
Notice how Joy is trying to switch the subject so she can gain control over the conversation. These witches can't stand the truth.
This is why I'm here, because you and other people continue to spread these innuendos that have nothing to do with who I am.
Well, Hillary Clinton started it, and then you shot back at her, boy. You called her the queen of warmongers.
You doubled down, unfortunately, you doubled down on the baseless accusations that she made that strikes at the core of who I am. I'm a soldier. Because of the attacks on 9/11, I enlisted in the military to go after and defeat and destroy the evil that visited us on that day. I've served now for over 16 years, deployed twice to the Middle East during the height of the war, where every single day I saw firsthand the terribly high human cost. That's why I ran for Congress.
We actually have the clip of Hillary Clinton, just to put this in context of what we're talking about. Let's take a look at that.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
I think Hillary is still sour over her loss to Donald Trump. Anyone she can't control is a favorite of the Russians. But in reality, I think the Russians are a favorite of Hillary's. That's why she's always talking about them.
So really? I mean, this is outrageous. This is outrageous and offensive on so many levels. I've served as a member of Congress now for almost 7 years, receiving high-level national security and intelligence briefings, serving on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the Armed Services Committee, the Homeland Security Committee, working to ensure the safety and security of the people of this country. This is why I'm running for president, to continue that commitment of service.
So are you surprised, though, that when people see bots and things and all the things that we've sort of been seeing heading your way, that people have these questions? Because she's not the only one. Hillary, I don't think, is the only one. So what she's saying is she feels they are grooming you. You're saying nobody's grooming me. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm a soldier and a patriot.
It's offensive to me as a soldier, as an American, as a member of Congress, as a veteran, and frankly, as a woman, to be so demeaned in such a way.
But you called her the personification of rock.
So demeaned
She's a woman
in such
too.
a way. Well, I'm pointing to the fact that she has continued this legacy of being the world's police around the world, that has waged wars costing the lives of thousands of my brothers and sisters in uniform. I'm speaking out against that and
What's
to
your evidence
change
to that?
to change.
Well, can I?
Are you
can I-
serious?
Oh my God. Why does Joy keep interrupting her? Why does Joy keep interrupting? Why can't you allow this lady talk? Honestly, what has Joy and Whoopi ever done for their country? What have they ever done? This is what Tulsi listed. The more reason why I would always say that this show, The View, is a total waste of time and it should be cancelled. Because these ladies, they don't even know what they are saying. They just come here and accuse people. They don't even allow them talk. They just want to win the argument. Crazy. Let's go on.
Are you serious?
Let's hear it.
I served in the war
Not
in
you,
Iraq.
her. You're saying that she's-
exactly.
she's a
I
warmonger.
served
How do
in
you
the
come
war
up with
in
that?
Iraq
Yeah.
that she championed. She championed a regime change war
Did you not
in
believe
Libya.
in that war?
I believe the lies that were told to us.
Well, so did she.
So it is indisputable. It is indisputable to say anything other than the fact
Well, this- can I-
that
can I
Hillary.
say
Let me just close this out. That Hillary Clinton, throughout her career, has led with a foreign policy of interventionism and being the world's police, going and toppling dictators in other countries that has caused such destruction and loss of life. I'm against that. I'm running for president to change that. Rather than actually debate me on the issues, she and others are resorting to these smear tactic campaigns, seeking to undermine me, smear my character, and sending a message to anyone who dissents. Toe the line, or you too will be smeared.
Did you notice when Tulsi mentioned bringing up facts, Joy immediately started talking over her and then tried to quickly change the subject? But Tulsi stood her ground and stayed on the topic at hand. As you could tell, Joy was extremely nervous during this entire interview, and she had a good reason to be. She wasn't expecting Tulsi to show up and defend herself from all the slanderous things that Joy and Sunny had said about her on the show just a few weeks earlier.
Hillary Clinton surprised a lot of people during a podcast interview where she gave this ominous forecast about the 2020 presidential election. Take a listen.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
So most people say she's clearly talking about candidate Tulsi Gabbard, and some other candidates are defending Tulsi getting called out like this. So what did you think when you heard that?
I mean, for me, honestly, Hillary's been dead on with so many things. She told us about Russia. She told us about the probable interference during the debate. She was Secretary of State. She has deep knowledge about world issues. I thought, where's the lie? I've often said that Tulsi is sort of the Trojan horse in this. I mean, she's polling only at 1.2%, yet she's still in the race. You have her being touted by people like Fox News personalities like Tucker Carlson. She's endorsed by, by sort of the Russians.
David Duke.
I love how they accused Tulsi of being endorsed by David Duke and failed to mention how Hillary was getting smoochy with former Senator Robert Byrd.
David Duke. She has basically renounced that, but she's never renounced the Russian support. There have been about 20 Russian bot websites that have supported her since she's announced her run for the presidency.
She tweeted back and called Hillary a warmonger. Okay, so that does not do anything for me. She hasn't denied it. She hasn't said anything in her tweets. How dare you? It's outrageous. Of course I'm not. She didn't say that. No. She's just going after Hillary. And like you said, Hillary was right about almost everything. She's been exonerated with that nonsense that they pulled about her server already. And this idea that she's doing this to get back in the race, that she said that also, Tulsi. I don't buy that either. I don't think Hillary wants to go through it again. So I think that there's something. I don't say that Tulsi is an agent. I just think that she could be a useful idiot the way Trump is a useful idiot to the Russians. Yeah. That they see something. They say, oh, look, a useful idiot. Let's play this. And another point, the Republican Party knows that they cannot win without interference from Russia and maybe a voter suppression. They cannot win.
Yeah.
People in this country are against him now. And so they have to have it. And she's a perfect person to throw right in the middle of this. She's a perfect foil. I don't think that she wants to be, maybe. I don't know. She's coming here in a couple of weeks, so we can ask
I read
her.
this completely differently. I think for Hillary Clinton, one, she sounded like she had still an axe to grind in 2016, but
Even to this day, Hillary still sounds like she hasn't gotten over her loss to Donald Trump in 2016. To see the way Hillary is still behaving makes one wonder the state of our nation if by chance she would have became president in 2016. She said herself that she would take care of Putin.
My view, having negotiated with Putin and knowing that one of the reasons he went after me is because he knew I would, deal with him in an appropriate way.
if you have played the political game for so many years, how can you be this clueless? Because she, in those comments saying that Tulsi Gabbard's being groomed by the Russians, it makes her sound complicit with the Russians.
It does.
But it gives the Russians exactly what they want. They want the Democratic Party to be divided, right? If they like Tulsi Gabbard, they want more people to know Tulsi Gabbard. And so she was only promoted because of this. It really surprised me that Hillary Clinton wasn't smarter, more tactful in the way she talked about it. And frankly, if you're a Democrat, I think Tulsi has a lot to like. I think if anything, you should
No Democrat really likes her. That's why she's polling at 1.2%.
I think she adds something unique to the party. What the Democrats, in my opinion, what I think they're missing is where a lot of the middle of this country is. And I think she's an isolationist. Some people like that. She doesn't like wars. She's attracting people that I think you need that might vote for Trump.
She's only
that would
attracting
vote
1.2%.
Look at when Jill Stein did it, and she's claiming that Jill Stein was a Russian asset in the last election. We didn't know it until after the election. Now we're looking at this with open eyes. Maybe we know it before. So that's a good.
Well, she made
a word to the wise is sufficient.
Tulsi Gabbard may now go straight to the convention, and the same thing could happen again.
Well, I
just think Hillary Clinton be a little bit smarter. If you are going to throw stones from the sidelines, which I hate politicians if you're not in the race, then be a little more tactful about it when you speak, because you're only hurting your own party by doing that.
Well, I think that the beauty of being an American is being able to say what you have to say and have other people say what they have to say, and then everybody has to prove their standing ground.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of America. You put it out there, somebody's going to make you prove it. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's the beauty of America, but The View has no beauty. The only people on that show who can say what they want to say are the hosts. And anyone who doesn't agree gets disrespected. And maybe that's what they were expecting from Tulsi, was for her to just go up there and smile and let them run the show. But she took complete control and set the record straight. I love how Sunny had so much to say about Tulsi, but was too much of a coward to show up and sit with her face to face. Why do you guys think Sunny decided not to face Tulsi after she made all those nasty comments about her? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Your support really helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh my goodness. Wow. There is not a single intelligent host on The View. We keep saying The View should be cancelled. I don't know what they are doing on this show. These women, they are just on this show to argue blindly. And they always want to be right. Once you're trying to prove them wrong, they would insult you, they would drag you, and they are so unashamed of themselves. I love how Tulsi gave it to them back. To stay composed in such an environment is admirable. Imagine Joy calling someone a useful idiot. When she herself is the idiot. If there's any idiot, she should be the one. So why would she be calling somebody else useful idiots? That's crazy. They're all clowns. I'm so sorry about the dog. It's so pathetic that these ladies, they get to be on TV and influence so many people with their views. Nobody has ever agreed with them on anything. I'm sure Tulsi will never be invited to The View again. She actually brought them down to their level and gave them what they deserve. And the fact that The View have actually aired this long is crazy. I don't know, am I the only one that feels that this show is a total waste of time and should be cancelled? I even imagine myself actually sitting down to watch The View. Whoopi and Joy, they don't even have a clue. Honestly, I can keep going on and on. What do you guys think about this video? Drop a comment down below. I totally enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join VRCT. hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.